Hello guys, how are we all doing? I'm doing a little sit down video for you today as I'm trying to be all active on YouTube. Anyway, this is kind of like just a chatty, I guess it's a life update video, to be honest. Is it? Maybe I'll call it that. It's a life update / health update. I feel like it's good to sprinkle in these videos every so often because when I'm vlogging, I just sometimes I can't even remember what I've updated you guys on. So if you're a bit behind on vlogs, or you just feel like getting to know what's going on in my life, then you're in the right place because I have some updates, and I'll be honest, they're really all centered around my health journey. I think that's what I'm going to call this video, health journey update, because it's, when I tell you I'm obsessed, I'm literally obsessed. I am on the biggest upwards trajectory, I can't even speak, of wellness you can even imagine, taking it to the next level, honestly feeling really good for it. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So how shall I even format this video? I don't know. I feel like usually I kind of prepare my YouTube videos, and today I was like, nah, I'm just going to turn my camera on and have a chat. So that's what we're doing. Let's start with something that I think is quite different. Well, it was so different for me that I thought might interest you guys. So I don't know, maybe some of you watching this will be like, yeah, Mabel, like this is how human biology works. Come on. But for me, linking physical health and mental health was not really in my, what am I trying to say? It didn't really cross my mind, I'll be honest. So if you've been watching my vlogs and if you've been like following me for a while, then you'll know that I had quite a hectic couple of years. Definitely struggled with anxiety for most of last year, and I feel like I've had such a corner has been turned in my anxiety journey, so much so that I'm telling every single person about it, every single person I meet. Literally, I saw one of my old colleagues I haven't seen in years yesterday, and I was just like saying, I fix my anxiety, fully opening up. And I think it's just because I am feeling so good at the moment, and I'm just fascinated by it. And that's why I want to share you guys. This isn't my usual content. I know usually people come to my channel to learn about living in Dubai, but I'm just keeping it real. This is what's going on in my life. So, like I said, I had never really approached my mental health as something that I could fix, or not fix, because it's not like we're fixing it, but it's more like something that we can better and improve with my physical health. So my mental health I've been on definitely a journey with it, and I have taken a lot of steps. I really feel like I've tried so many things. I've been in therapy for nearly 18 months, which was also the first corner. Let's just say that. Let's just be clear. There's been different stages with my anxiety, and the first kind of thing that I did to try it. Was it the first thing? Yeah, I think it was. I'm remembering like end of 2022, I was just so burnt out and exhausted and anxious, and I really felt like I couldn't enjoy my life. And that's when I started therapy. And I feel like those first few months were critical. Anyway, fast forward to now. So the past few months, I had just been under the assumption that anxiety was going to be something that's always present, something that I'm going to just be dealing with forever, which is quite sad, really. That's quite sad. And last month, I had like really bad mood swings. The highs are high, but the lows are low, And that was kind of the update that I was giving to my friends when I was like, and they ask you where you are, and I'm like, well, everything's okay, but then I have these times where I feel awful. And then I don't really know what was first. There was like so many elements to it that came together as one at one time. But I watched this woman's webinar, and I'll put it in the description because I found it so interesting. I watched this woman's webinar linking mental health to physical health, and specifically to gut and hormone health. And then, meanwhile, I read, I'm not going to be able to pronounce her name. I'm just going to call her Glucose Goddess. Her name's Jessie something French. And she's Glucose Goddess on Instagram. Anyway, I read her book as well. I feel like I should be like working for her because I've told literally everyone I know about this Instagram account, literally everyone. And I've actually been following it for months, but I've only truly understood what it can do for me since reading her book, where she talks about dealing with some of her own mental health struggles by managing blood sugar levels and what does that do for your hormones and all this kind of thing. So that's the journey that I've been on, like the past, I'd say 4 weeks or so. So 4 weeks ago, it was the 1st of February or something like that. And I remember just thinking like, I'm feeling really like inspired by all of this new knowledge. And I took some progress pictures. I actually thought I looked quite good in the progress pictures as well. I took some progress pictures and I was like, okay, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You know, I'm in this gym routine. I'm in, you know, I've got my workouts that I've been doing pretty much for the whole of last year. It didn't change anything workout wise initially. All I started to do was to implement the glucose goddess method, which is for balancing blood sugar. This was the first step I took. And the reason being, now I don't want to like overload you with science, but I feel like just so that you can follow the conversation, you're going to need to know. So when you eat, and sorry if you guys know this already, this is kind of new information for me, so that's why I'm excited about it. But when you eat carbs and sugar, you have a glucose spike, like your blood sugar goes up. And this is something that I've never been aware of, right? Like, well, I knew the biology of it, but I just didn't think it mattered. I thought it was all about calories and, you know, calories in, calories out type thing. And, you know, getting your protein and your macros, but not like, I wasn't worried. I was never aware of this at all. So you have this glucose spike and then your body produces insulin to deal with the spike. But if you are putting in a lot of sugar, and I wasn't on a high sugar diet, let me tell you, but I was having fruit throughout the day, always having like fruit as a snack or banana blended in a protein shake mid-morning. So I've realized that my insulin has been just high this whole time. And I've also then looked into insulin resistance symptoms, which can include mood swings, which I had for sure. Skin tags randomly, but skin tags is one. And I've developed skin tags all over my body, not all over, but I just read that. And then it was instantly just like, hang on, this is weird, because mood swings, skin tags, and needing to go for a wee a lot, which I feel like I have wondered. It sounds so weird to say. It sounds like I'm a granny, but I've noticed that I just like literally need to go to the loo all the time. But I do drink a lot of water. But anyway, so, and there's a few other symptoms as well, but these were the ones that I was like, hang on, these are so specific that I think this is me. So then I took this information and I looked at my diet and I realized that even though I kind of thought I was doing everything right, I was, you know, doing a vegan, I'm still doing a vegan diet. I love being vegan. It's things like having an oat milk coffee, which is a big glucose spike. And things like blending banana into my protein shakes twice a day, big glucose spikes again, and then just, you know, being sat at a desk, but there's nowhere for that glucose to go, like not doing any movement. And also eating literally first thing as I wake up. And I think you can ask all my friends, whenever we go traveling, I always need snacks in the hotel room because I'm always starving as soon as I wake up. And my eating window was like from, let's say, 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. at night, right? So a big long eating window, and anyone that's done any intermittent fasting will know what that causes and all this kind of thing. I literally have so much information. I can tell that I'm literally like, I'm inspired right now. Anyway, so the first thing I did was implement Glucose Goddess's hacks. And the way that I could not believe how I felt, this is why I'm making this video, because I'm just like, no way is this has helped my anxiety so much. I feel so much more calm, present, just in the moment, not racing thoughts, not pounding, heart's not pounding, not choking on my own breath. I know it sounds weird, but anyone that has anxiety will know these symptoms of just, you know, literally feeling like in fight or flight all the time. And I couldn't believe it. I also read Aggie Lal's Biohack Like a Woman. That's another fascinating read. And I read that, and she talked about intermittent fasting. So then I also implemented a eating window of about 9 hours. Not even that short. Very small changes, really. Just making sure that I'd allowed time for my body to getting to rest and digest before bed, and you know, I'm also trying to sleep better. So I did all that, and I was like, I can't believe how good I feel. I literally was like, okay, I must be on something now, because it wouldn't feel this good if not. And I literally told all my friends, I was like, I can't believe my mood is amazing. I feel literally so good, so much energy, bouncing off the walls, smashing it in the gym. And it was also aligned to my monthly cycle. So as a woman, this is something that Aggie talks about in Biohack Like a Woman. You should also be tracking your cycle. So I also started to do that. And I basically, I know that when I was first making these changes, I was in this phase where I would have more energy. And now that I've done it for a full month, I'm like, okay, interesting. I still feel better than I would have done last month, let's say. And yeah, I'm still going to see how it goes this next week or so. But I was just so excited to make this video, because I just could not believe, and I really, really want to hear from you guys what your experience has been with tracking blood sugar levels. And I've got a jumper on so you can't see it, but I've got the Ultrahuman continuous glucose monitor on at the moment, which is so fascinating to track my glucose levels in real time. And I'm also now doing everything I can to really sync up with my cycle. So for example, right now I'm in my luteal phase, the week before my period, and I'm not doing any strength training, which kind of feels weird, because all of last year I was so consistent, like clockwork, literally going to the gym, never skipping workout. But now I'm like, wait a minute, this is actually holding me back. Anyway, so I just really wanted to share these updates with you guys, and just to give you an insight into how I've been feeling. And just let me know, honestly, if you want to see some more content like this. I'm really excited to see the results from my next in-body assessment, which I think might be tomorrow, because I'm going to this event and I think they're doing them at this fitness event. An in-body assessment is where they give you your body fat mass percentage. And one of the reasons that I'm really interested and invested in my personal fat loss journey is because I have a medium to high-ish amounts of visceral fat, which is the fat around your organs, often linked to stress. This is something I've been aware of for over a year and been trying to tackle for over a year, to no avail, because it's so difficult and there's so much misinformation out there. But I'm feeling quite hopeful, to be honest. And I took some, once a month had gone by, I took some progress pictures, and I will put them here so that you can see. And I think I already look leaner, so I'm interested to see what the in-body assessment says. All that aside, it's all about how I feel, to be honest. And I'm feeling so good about this kind of new way of approaching my health and kind of really taking my hormone health into consideration. It's so fascinating. And there's so many of it, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert. I'm just so fascinated by learning all this stuff that I wanted to share it with you guys, which is why I would love some tips from you. And just any insight, especially for the women watching. Let's learn together. I can't believe we weren't taught this kind of thing growing up. Like, can you imagine how different our experiences of health and diet culture and just everything would be if we were properly equipped with the knowledge that we luckily now have access to, you know? So yeah, that's how I've been doing. And I've been really just trying to really enjoy every day. My, work has been quite slow by choice. I've cut so many things down and I've been loving it, making time for a lot of hobbies and time for a lot of socializing. And overall I'm doing good, and I'm really invested in my health at the moment, doing everything I can to feel my best and just really, align my lifestyle with what I want. But I'm going to leave this video here because that's all I have to say on my health journey for now. But maybe I'll make this a series and give you an update in about a month's time to see how I'm doing. But like I said, I really want to hear from you in the comments and see if anybody's on a similar journey and we can just support each other. I was thinking of doing channels on Instagram. I was thinking of doing one of them. And so let's see if anybody wants to join me on the channel. Okay, I just put up a poll thing. And I've got 10 people said they want to join already. So maybe I'll start that. So you can go check that out if you want to, just join me on this health journey and we can just learn together, motivate each other. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.